Hi everyone, welcome back to Lavender Blue, and I have another freebie project for you today, and this is actually a folio, and it's part of the Lavender Bloom Reverie collection. So I've brought out the main kit and now this folio, but I'll be bringing out some more papers and other things to go along with it. It's a spring type of collection, got lots of florals in lavenders, greens, sort of apricots and creams. So I haven't printed out the full kit, but I have printed out some of the ephemera or fussy cuts, so I thought that I could include them in this folio, so you'll get an idea of what it looks like. But I will put it up on the screen for those of you that haven't checked it out yet. So this one is a freebie for all my Ko-fi members, but it's also free to everyone for the next week. Okay, so it's free to everyone up until what is it today, the 21st, I believe. So up until the 28th of April, it's going to be free for everyone to download from my coffee shop, but I'll also put it in my Facebook group. Okay, then after that you'll just pay a small fee, a couple of dollars, but it'll always be free to my Ko-fi members. My Junk Muse Club that I have on Ko-fi is linked below, and if you join that just for a few dollars, you get lots of freebies every month, including a full kit, and then whatever else I might add in throughout the month. Okay, so this is what the folio is going to look like. So the first couple of pages are just showing you how it goes together. So this would be the outside view of it. And this is where the panels go on the inside. So you don't have to print these out, but I put them in case that you wanted to follow along with those. Okay, that's upside down. So we have panel 1, which is the main, like the this would be the cover, I believe. Now I've printed on the back, I've given you some pages, some background pages, what to print on the back. So for instance, that will be what's on the inside when we put it all together. So that's one of the background pages, and these are all from the kit, the journal kit. There's the panel 2, and we've got that one on the back. Beautiful florals, I love that one. Panel 3 and panel 4 are the little pockets that flip up. And I have just printed a coffee dyed paper, which I've also given you on the back of this one, just because they're pockets, and you'll just see a bit of coffee dyed paper inside the little inside the pocket there. And this is the next page. It's like a triple set of pockets. There's quite a lot. I've given you quite a lot to go in it, but if you've got the full kit, you might want to print some of the extras that I've printed. So we've got some tags here, a couple more pockets, and I've put the large print on the back. So there's 2 prints of this rose print. There's this larger one, And I also did the smaller one because I like to have, you know, some small and some large prints. So they're also in the main kit. Then these are some beautiful patterned pockets. They go one over the other, so this one will go on there and they'll be like this. But you don't have to do it that way. You can sort of mix and match. And I've printed that beautiful lavender paper on the back. Then we have these tall pockets. There's a couple of tags here. And I've put that beautiful pattern on the back. I absolutely love this pattern. And then this one. So this is the last one from the actual Folio kit. And once again, I've put coffee dye for the back of that tag and that pocket. Okay, so that's that. I'm not sure how many pages. I don't want to count the, well, 1, 2, I think it's about 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. That includes the pages that show you how it goes together. So these here are from the main kit. So I printed out these little labels and ovals and little journal cards, whatever you want to use them for. But they're all in the ephemera main kit. And same with these tall tags. Got lavender here, got wisteria, and I'm not sure what they're called, but yeah, they're all in the same sorts of colours. Some journal cards here, which are just patterns, but you don't have to use them as journal cards. You can cut them down into tags. You can cut them out and make little frames with vellum or something behind them. You can fold them in half and make little folding cards. You know, whatever you want to do with them. And here is some of the fussy cuts. I think I printed out 2, maybe one, might only be one or 2 pages. Yeah, I printed out 2 pages of the fussy cuts, and these are in the main kit also. Got some beautiful flowers there and butterflies and wreaths. I probably printed too much, but that's okay because I wanted to print some of the kit out anyway. I couldn't print it all because I'm still waiting on some new ink for my printer. So we also have these smaller tags. And then we've got this page with beautiful, beautiful butterflies and more flowers and teacups and things like that. Okay, so that's from the main kit. Lavender Bloom Reverie. Okay, so we're going to put this folio together today. So go ahead and download it. The link will be below the video, or if you're in my Facebook group, you will find it there. So I'm going to go away and cut all of this out, and I'll be back. Messy desk, guys, but I don't have a lot of room in here. So I've cut out all the pieces and I'm ready to put this together. But first I wanted to show you this page. I think I forgot to include this. This is the inside view. So I will include this when I upload it. So you can see where all the pockets and everything go on the inside. So I'm going to put it together. So I've cut out these two, and when you look at these two, when you cut them out, you're going to find some dotted lines at the top and the bottom here, and then you're going to find dotted line down here. which is going to give us our little spine when we fold that plus fold that. So score on the dotted lines and fold. We've got a little spine here. And then on this one we've got the little spine in the middle. You'll see the dotted lines when you cut it out. Okay, so you've got rounded corners on one end of both, and so they go to the outside. Just need to move these pockets. They're a bit in my way. Let's just get them over there. So we're looking at the outside view at the moment, and we just want to glue this tab, or we want to glue this onto this tab. Yes, or something. Yeah, just going to put glue on the tab. Just try to line these up. This one looks slightly smaller. I don't know whether that's because my cutting was a bit off, or but that's going to go on there like that. We have our fold line like this. So you want to make sure that this one's just right on that fold, not beyond it. And that's what the inside looks like. So I'm going to put the pocket here, the one that goes right here, while we've got it on this side. And then we'll go ahead and do the rest. But we also have to put on these pockets here, ones that go here and here. You'll see anyway, when you get it printed out yourself, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to give it a quick ink, just to get rid of those white edges. Try not to take too long here, because I know can be boring watching people ink. That one's done. Nope. And then just on the fold lines. Do the inside when we get to it. I'm just lightly inking. I don't want to go too dark on this. And this is not a Tim Holtz ink because I've sort of run out. Most of mine have dried up. This is one that I got from Temu. And it seems to work okay. It's called Coffee Brown. There we are, and I'm going to get the tall pocket, which is this one, and it has this beautiful tag inside, the butterfly. So now I'm not going to do much embellishing on the video, because otherwise the video will get too long, and I just want to show you how to put this together. So that goes inside there. Now I used my punch for this, my 2-inch punch. I didn't quite get it big enough. I just wonder if I can. Do it a little bit bigger. But it doesn't matter too much because the ink's going to cover that. need to do it on the folds first. This goes on the front cover, this little one here. You could put words or, you know, a butterfly, anything you want to. So let's just fold this. Sometimes I use the scoring board, sometimes I don't. I'll just... Okay, this is probably quicker. Alright, so that looks crooked. Right, probably need to make it a little bit bigger, or fold it over a little bit more. Like that, and then in like this. Okay. So all the pockets on this one have these tabs, so it means you can fit more in. So I have cut out some extra things from the kit, the main kit. Some extra little tags and bits and pieces, and then some taller tags. Yeah, so obviously you can mix and match. But this one's going to go over here. It should fit on there pretty much perfectly. And of course ink can hide any of your crooked cutting or folding. If you're anything like me. Get glue on this one. As long as the glue is on the edges, don't worry about too much about in here, because you don't want to stick the pocket together, if you know what I mean. You still want to glue it all down, but just try not to use too much glue is what I'm trying to say. And then if you burnish it all down, it'll stay nice and flat. Mine's printed on 160 GSM, in case you're wondering. And I have an Epson Eco Tank printer. So this is, I've printed the that coffee dyed paper that I've provided you. I usually provide this in all of my kits to put on the back. So for now I'm just putting it in, okay? I am going to go away and embellish this and then show you what I've done at the very end. But we'll just put it together. There we go, that's that one done. The next thing we just have to think about is these pockets here, which are going to go on this one. Or turn it over and they are going to go here. Is that right? No, here. They're going to go on here. Okay, so let's fold these. We want that on the inside, the little thumb notch. Let's get this straight. Flatten it out. Might have to cut just a little bit off here. You probably don't have to. I'm just being a bit pedantic about it. Get my ink. that's better. Now I'm just thinking if we put it this way, because you can probably go either way. And it doesn't really matter. Flip up like that, but then, you know, I think it's got to flip up this way. So I'm gonna, yeah, we have to glue it like this. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out. Oh, that's not even the edge. Right. But just make sure you've got this fold line level with that fold line. So I'm going to fold this over. Put the glue on it. And I'm just going to do mine this way. In between the fold lines there. And line right up to the top. Sorry if my head's in the way. Oops. Lucky I've got a bit of movement with this glue. There we go. I've got a bit of ink on here, but I'm not too worried about it. Can always cover it up. So now we can glue it closed, the little pocket closed. That's one flip up, just in there like that, and the other one, I love this green pattern here, sage and lavender. I've actually started doing out my lounge room. Some of you might call it a living room. My lounge room in sage and lavender. Because of course I love lavender. And I think sage looks really nice with it. Okay, so we've got that one organised. Really quick inking here, and just there. So now this one is going to go this way down the bottom. I'm going to put glue on that flap. And just going to do it this way. I didn't cut this one down. I'm hoping it's going to be okay because it just goes from fold line to fold line. Okay, now I need to do the other two edges. These two here. Not sure if I'm in camera. That's the other one, and that one flips up like this. So that's that page. You can have it like that or like that. Alright, let's see. I'll close like this. I've got ink everywhere. It's a cute little folio. Or it could close like this with that on top, but I think it goes the other way. I think this can go on the back if you want it to, like this. Or you can go on the front flap. So either way that you'd like to decorate it. I think I'm just going to put mine on the front flap. But I'm not do it yet because I think I'm going to embellish underneath this as well, like with a bit of fabric or something. So I'm gonna leave mine until the end, okay? So you can put that on the front or the back. Now on the left hand side here is where we use the tall pockets. So let's get those. These ones are going to go that one first and then this one underneath. This one has to go down first because it's going to be under that one. So I'm looking at the fold line here, deciding, I think I'm going to just put them like this. So this one's going to be about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch away from the edge. It's probably 1/2 an inch. Lots of freebies every month and they'll always be there. Like I don't take them down. I leave them there. So when you join, you get to download any previous freebies that I have put up. Okay, so this is the tall pockets done. And that page I think did come with these little ones which I could put in. But I did cut out also a couple of tall tags from the main kit. So I'm just going to put them in there for now. actually, I wonder if that's gonna poke out. So just put those little ones in there for now. And now this page, we want the rounded, or these ones, these curved pockets. So these are going to go like this. Are they? Yeah. It's going to go like this. No, actually this. I thought I had it the wrong way around. So that one that way, that one this way. Let's fold it. Yeah. And of course, put any of the embellishments in the pockets. Let's put this tall tag in this one. It'll fit. Yeah, it just fits. Now on this one, when we open it up, we want to put these two pockets. So there's pockets everywhere in this one. Lots of room to add little goodies and journaling space. Got some little tags here that could sit in these two. Just like that. And as I said, I will embellish them. So this one closes and this one closes. This page here, we've got the triple pockets. So we have this one, and then this one, and they just go on top of each other. have another little tag left here, and that's the front one that I said I would do after. So let's have a look and see what we've ended up with. And I'll also, that's the size of it. Let's measure. So 9.5 centimeters, or that's not right. 3 3/4 inches, I think. Yep. By 6.5 inches. actually it's just over 3.5. 3.5 by 6.5 roughly in inches, and 9.5 by 16.5 centimeters. Okay, she's just wondering the size on that. Just need the lid for my ink. And so we've got the front here, which I'm going to embellish. So and I'll use some of the little cutouts from the main kit that I've cut out as well. And then open it up, and we've got these double pockets here, the tall ones. Open it out again, and we have that tall pocket with a big tag in there. And then we've got these two side pockets. Open it again, and we have our flip ups, which are pockets, don't forget. Pocket, pocket. And we have these two pockets, and we have these three pockets here. Let that one go. Put that one in there. That one in there for now. And so we close it all up. And that's the base of the folio. Okay, so I'm going to go away and finish it off and decorate it. And then I'll come back and show you what I've done. Finished the folio. I've done a little bit of embellishing, not too much. Mostly used the printables and the extras that I printed from the full kit. So on the front, I decided to put this little embellishment that I actually made from clay. So I've made quite a few and I haven't used them, so I thought that might look nice on there. I was going to put a word on there, but I put that on, so I'll put a word underneath. Now these words are from my previous kit. That was Whispers of Yesterday, the vintage one. So I've got quite a few words out of there. And then I put a little lavender label from the main kit. This kit is Lavender Bloom Reverie, so it's a spring kit. And then I just put a little bit of cheesecloth underneath there. And then I've just wrapped a ribbon around for the closure, some purple ribbon. And put a little bit of lace across the bottom. And the back I have left plain. And I've just inked it up to give it a bit of nice shabby vintage look. And then so you just open it like this. Oops, that came out of there. And in here I've put a little bit of lace down there. Now I've put a herb label from I have a herb label kit in my shop, and I'll put that one on there. It's a chamomile. These are from the kit, the flowers, the butterfly, and the little label I've put on the bottom there. Then in this first pocket I've put 2 little tags, and they're all from the same kit. So on the back of that one you've got the wisteria, or you could have it that way. That's just how I printed them. And the taller tag from the kit, plus I added this little lavender tag that is also from the printable herb labels kit. We've got little labels and tags in there, but that just matched with this, so I thought I'd put that on there. So they go in there like that. And then in this back pocket I've put this tag, which is from this Folio kit, and I've just put a little label and a butterfly. And the label, a few videos ago I showed you how to make your own labels. They're just made with stamps. And then I've put this pattern on the other side of that one. That goes in there. And on this page I just put a fussy cut floral and a label from the kit and another word from Whispers of Yesterday. And then it opens again. And on this pocket here I put a little flower fussy cut plus a word from Whispers of Yesterday. And then I put the butterfly from the kit onto the edge of the pocket here, just gluing half of it down. This is from this kit. This is from the main kit. And I've just used, what do you call it, baker's twine. I had some purple baker's twine. And in the back is one of the tall tags from the main kit. And then I've added a little banner here that I made just from an offcut that I had left over. So on this page is where we've got the big tag and the tall pocket. So I've just put a little piece of ephemera there from the main kit. And that goes in there. And then I've put a little label from the main kit with some cheesecloths and another little label down there. Then we open it again. We have this page here. So I've glued down a tag and a little label and florals here. A bit of fabric underneath. Then they flip. And these little pockets here, I put a little word again. And that one says stories we keep. That one says fragments of time. And then I've just decorated the little tags with some labels. Put 2 more little tags up here. This is from the Folio, this is from the main kit. Then we have, can you see this little pocket here? I've added a butterfly, then I've added just a little card from, I have a kit called, I think it's from my vintage trading card kit. So there's just some little vintage pieces of ephemera. If you're looking for little pieces of vintage ephemera, you can find my vintage trading cards kit in my shop. and you will have heaps and heaps of different sized vintage ephemera that you can put with any kit. I have another one here from the same kit. It's a little vintage trading card. I'm going to put that in there. So I can close them up. And then we come to this one. This one is the 3 pockets. So I've got one of the tags in there and a little label. Stuck a label on there from the main kit. And this is one of the tags from this kit. Stuck a little label on there. And now this one, I cut one of the journal cards from the main kit and just rounded the corners and put a bit of thing in there, and that's the 3 pockets on this page. And there, so yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really like it. I love the colours and just the colour combinations. And I didn't have to do, as I said, a lot of embellishing. I just mostly used papers, a little bit of lace and cheesecloth here and there. And it turned out really lovely. So that is the free folio. So you can go ahead and download it from the link below. And I'll also put the link to the main kit. Okay guys, so thanks very much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.